Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Spice and Wolf episode 8 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we were on our way towards, I forgot the name of the place, but we were on our way to like that place, whichever, like whatever its name is. Like I said, I've forgotten. However, while on their way, we kind of made a little bit of stop to another town where again Hollow helped us out from getting scammed. She helped Lawrence when the merchant was trying to scam him, was using like the tilt to like scam him of a little bit of money. But Hollow was able to catch up on that, and yeah, we actually were able to kind of threaten him back and be like, all right, you know what, if you want to me to keep everything under wraps, then you better give me something. And we were able to get quite a bit of like armors and stuff which we can like sell in the next town, this and that. Overall it was a good little like a thing. And yeah, and then also we get to see, in the end we get to see a shepherd. And yeah, Hollow, obviously I'm guessing the reason why she doesn't like shepherds is because, I'm guessing because they probably have like a, like they don't like wolves or something. I don't know, it's probably something like that, because obviously she's a shepherd, she's going to try to drive away wolves from getting her hurt. So something like that, I'm guessing, and that's why she's not a big fan of her. But yeah, we encountered her, so let's see what happens. Episode number 8, let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Okay. Shepherd का दूसरे. Hmm. Right. Okay. Hmm. 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 Yeah, he did think that she was like the sorcerer or something. Oh boy, Hollow won't be happy about this. Okay. Hmm. Oh, Ruinhagen, that's the name of the place. You know. Yeah. Obviously, that's not the reason. We cannot go the other way because of the. Hiring? What? Yeah. And like, what does she mean by hiring? Like, like help. Yeah, like, oh, that's why hiring her to make the wolves go away. Yeah. Okay. But what about her sheep? I guess she'll take her sheep with them. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Oh God. Okay. Barely passed. No. Yeah, normal wolves. Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay. Um. Yeah. Probably because, yeah, like we have literally a wolf traveling with, like, I feel like Holly will have a lot of problems. She always has to hide her ears and everything. Like 2 days, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, like I was saying, it's a. Yeah. Oh God. Hmm. Hmm. 43. Hmm. No, no, I didn't. Okay, yeah, she will be are moving forward. Oh, she won't be. Okay, okay. Found him. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, her ears bandaged. Oh, he had the staff as well. Oh, wait. So was he? Huh. Ah. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Yeah. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Hello? Right. Actually, yes. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, where will she? Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see. Oh, I see. So they're like employed. Okay, I see. I thought like she's doing it like on her. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, unless you're like, emotionally attached to that person, I guess. Oh. Oh, okay. I see. But I guess she doesn't like it. Otherwise, why would he ask that question to him? Oh, so the sheep is also not hers. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, that's true. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Oh, now because she's asleep, I'm guessing. Yeah. She's taking her tail out and ears probably. Um. Right. Hmm. What? Oh God. Wagon. Okay. Hello, Lawrence. Oh my God. Wow. Well, yeah, I would say that was a good line. Hey, yo, the horse was even like, what the hell is happening there? Hey, yo, put your tail up, down. I'm just paranoid that a dog will realize and just, even if she's asleep, the dog is. Yeah. Mm. Okay, right. Calm down. Yeah? Alright, let's go. So that was one day, I'm guessing, or was it? Oh. Oh, there we go. We're almost there. Hmm. Yeah, it's a big town or city. Investment, yeah. Hmm. Ah. Okay. Ah. Oh. So yeah, that will be very helpful. Certain, yeah, certain situations. Even knights tremble in fear. Yeah. Oh yeah, she wants to like eat all that stuff. Yeah. Oh. Hmm. Okay. It's a busy town filled with people. Armor. Yes. What? What? Yeah. What's happening? Why are they? Something. Yeah. Why are? Why were they acting like that then? Okay. What? What is happening? Oh. Oh my. Is that why? Okay. That is ridiculous. Damn. Yeah. It's a big place. What the? Oh, is this the thing? Exactly. It's too many people here. Oh boy. I don't. Yeah. No, you can help out, and that, I guess. She's talking about her wolf ears. Yeah, and tail. Wow. Oh boy. Hmm. Hmm. I see. So it's like a, yeah, okay. Branch, okay. Home away from home. Hmm. She cannot go in? Wait, so. Okay. Okay. Comes around this. Yeah, we have armor. Damn. I think they're acquainted with each other. Yep, there you go. The way she spoke, I was immediately like, what? Oh, okay. For a moment, I was. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sisyphus. Jacob Tarantino. Hmm. Remember. Oh Lord. Who's this? Latopuram trading. Oh no, did they? Oh God. Like, because like okay, I don't know. You know what? Let's wait. Let's wait and see. Because in Poroson, we did technically, you know, kind of got the stuff from them, but they tried to scam us. So Hmm. And that was today's episode, episode number 8. Okay, so today's episode was basically them coming in contact with Nora, and having her, or she, like, giving us, like, telling us that, oh, can you please hire me? And they, like, went together up until Ruinhagen, and we had a little bit of conversation with her. And then after that, like, we go inside Ruinhagen, and now Lawrence is in this association, this merchants association, the branch of it. And yeah, he's talking with that dude who obviously he has known him for a long time. So, that's basically what happened today. Okay, so a few things I need to talk about. First of all, the whole thing with Nora. So she, okay, a few things, like, at first I didn't understand, not understand, but I wasn't sure about a few things, but I think it got cleared up as we, like, went further into the episode. So the first thing was, I was like, okay, so I was under the impression she's like an independent, like, like a shepherd or something, and the sheep were her own. But later on, I got to know that she was employed by the church, and the sheep are also from the church. So, like, so basically, like, she's just like a person who the church hired, and now she's like doing, like, these things in behalf on behalf of the church. That is also why she probably, like, wanted, I'm guessing she said something like she wanted to do like tailoring or something. So yeah, and also the fact that a lot of the other safe places have already been taken by other shepherds, like, it's like their territory. She has to stay here where there's a lot of, like, wolves and stuff. And that's why Lawrence said that, like, if you, like, make, like, if you help other people like this, obviously you can earn money like that as well. And like, the fact that she can use, or she can, like, like, along with her dog, she can take care of of those sheep, and, like, help, like, being like a bodyguard for other travelers. It's going to help her, probably a little bit more money and a little bit more recognition here. And like that kind of thing. Also, in the end, there was one part where Lawrence asked, like, oh, where do you do these, like, like, these, like, which is like your route, where do you, like, go? And she names a few places. One of them was Poroson, and another one I forgot the name, which Lawrence said, like, oh damn, you go over there, that's like very dangerous place, like. And then Lawrence said that, oh, if you can go there, then you can earn quite a bit of money over there, because, like, there's a lot of travelers who want to go there, travelers, merchants who wants to go there, but because of the dangerous nature, like, a lot of people cannot. So, hiring you at that type of situation, and if you're able to properly do your job, then it's a good way of earning some money, like, and a lot of recognition as well. So stuff like that. Also, another thing I forgot to mention, Lawrence mentioned something in the middle where he said something like, oh, like, how about to change your employer? And when she was surprised, Lawrence was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm a merchant, like, I always think of stuff in basis on profit and loss, so that's why I said that. And then she says that, oh, is it normal or is it okay to change, like, employers? And Lawrence later deciphered that it must be the church. So this whole conversation, so from this conversation, it seems like she wants to change employers, because otherwise, why would she ask that again to Lawrence? If like, if what Lawrence said, which was like, if you want to change employers, if that was something that she wouldn't think of, she wouldn't have asked the question back to Lawrence again. The fact that she asked the question back to Lawrence, she was like, oh, can we do that? Makes me think that there is maybe, like, a small little, like, like a desire in her heart to change her employers, but, like, which is the church, obviously. But unless and until we get to know more about her situation and what's going on, not really saying much. Because there was another scene that was very interesting. When they go to Ruinhagen, there was a scene where we see her moving, and, like, inside this place, and there was I think that was a priest or something, I'm not really sure, from the church. He was standing there and he kind of looked at her as she moved, like went inside. So that's why I'm saying I'm not really sure her relationship with the church, what's going on. Why would she ask that question back to Lawrence again, like, oh, is it okay to change employers? Unless and until she had a desire in her heart to do that, she wouldn't ask the question back. So, like, unless and until we can get a more depth into her situation and her, her situation with the church, I guess we won't be able to know what she's thinking or what she's trying to do. Either way, let's wait and see. Also, it was hinted, as we saw, Hollow said that she, like Nora, will probably be a force to be reckoned with in the future. The fact that she has such a great relationship with her dog, she and her dog can together, like do a lot of things. At which, and also Hollow said something like, it is better to nip the such a situation in the bud so that this doesn't become a problem for me in the future. So that kind of thing, which kind of hinted that she's actually quite strong, and it's pretty obvious as well, because as we see, like, the fact that in the end she like said that name where Lawrence said, oh, that place is very dangerous, the fact that she goes there obviously automatically means that she must have the ways of properly countering whatever danger might come in front of her. And that would obviously mean that she's pretty good at what she does, in dangerous situation, and like situations where wolves might come out. She's very good at those type of things. So like, this is probably like why Hollow implied that she will become a problem in the future if she, like, because she's like a new, like, like a budding flower. If she's let to bloom properly, then for her or for the wolves, she will become a big problem in the future. Something like that, as like, like Hollow said. Right. So yeah, that was that. So like, let's wait and see. We don't really know much about Nora, but her whole interaction with Lawrence and everything was quite interesting. It seems like she has a few things that we might get to know in the future, some revelations maybe, I don't know. But it seems like she has a few secrets or whatever. Either way, yeah, I'm sure we'll get to know that in the upcoming few episodes. And the fact that, like, like, she's like a character here in this arc, and it seems like she's not related to whatever's going to happen with but I'm sure they're connected. It's going to be connected somehow, somewhere, because like, after coming to Ruvenhagen, they went their own way. Lawrence went his own way, she went her own way, but the fact that she's here and she's probably like the main, like, like, focus of this arc, it probably means that later on down the road their paths will converge again somehow. I don't know how that's going to happen, but let's wait and see. Right. So that was the whole thing with Nora. Then after coming to Ruvenhagen, Lawrence goes to that association, and here we get to see something in the end, which was a bit suspicious. For example, there's this one dude who comes, and he's like, oh, has Lawrence come here? And then later on as well, where's that part? He says something like, there's some news from Latparon trading in Poroson for him. Right, so this Latoporon, this place, it's that place in the previous episode, isn't it? The place where they tried to scam us? Or am I making a mistake? Like, I don't remember the name of that the merchant, like, that guy, his trading, I don't remember the name of it. It must be that, because that's the only place he went to in Poroson, didn't he? Yeah. So the fact that that is being brought up makes me think like something, yeah. And I feel like Lawrence will probably get into some kind of trouble. Lawrence or Hollow will probably get into some kind of trouble, at which, like, the shepherd, her path will coincide with ours somehow, some way or the other, I think. But let's wait and see. Okay, one thing I wanted to talk about here. So the shepherd here, they are like connected to. I'm guessing like they're like like they're like connected to God. They're more like a priest kind of thing. I'm guessing, which I guess it makes sense, because she's a shepherd. She like makes the herd follow her, and like shows the way, as she says in the beginning, like God shows me the way and I show my way to something like that. She says, I need to read that part. And she was like doing some kind of a a little bit of a like, I don't know, like probably like some kind of a prayer in the beginning. And Lawrence gave her like a little bit of a I don't know what that was, like a little bit of coin, I think. um yeah, and he like tells her to bless them. So yeah, so like she's like not only her, but I'm guessing every like all the shepherds here are like connected to God. They're like someone like that, and that's why um people, especially like merchants, like they very much respect shepherds. While wolves and like Hollow and like them, they are not really happy about shepherds, because obviously they're like their arch nemesis or something. Yeah, so there you go. Like I'm trying to think how, like we've seen Hollow, we've seen Hollow how strong she is. Like the fact that Hollow dislikes shepherds, obviously it automatically means that really shepherds are really like a force to be reckoned with, especially against wolves. But I'm genuinely curious, how can, like I said, we've seen Hollow in action. Hollow is so strong and everything, and I cannot even imagine how can like a shepherd go against that. But Hollow's like reaction speaks for it, for her, for herself, that speaks that yeah, that she's definitely like a force to be reckoned with. But I cannot even imagine how can that be possible. So I'm just waiting to see, like I'm sure we'll get to see what's happening, like we'll probably get to see more of Nora and how capable she is. I'm genuinely curious to see how, like why is Hollow so cautious about her and her kind, which is other shepherds. There must be a big reason behind it. But in my eyes, like unless and until I see it with my own eyes, I cannot even believe someone being a threat against Hollow. Especially like a shepherd like Nora, because all she has is like a dog and like a few sheep. Like I that's why I'm saying I cannot genuinely imagine like how is it possible. But let's wait and see. And yeah, okay. And that was today's episode. So now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Let me see if I missed anything. In the very first scene, we get to see Nora doing a little prayer for Lawrence. Yeah, this part. She says like, blessings from God in heaven, divine protection from the spirit of the earth. Listen to God's word that whispers within the wind, and chew upon the benevolence of the spirits as the sheep chews on grass. Right. The shepherd guides the sheep, and God guides the shepherd. There you go. This part. The shepherd walks down the righteous path through God's providence. Hmm. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That's that. And then after that, we get to see Lawrence talking to her, and Lawrence gave her like a little bit of a coin, and she's very like I think she's very happy with it. I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably like the very first time someone gave like a compensation for something she did. I'm guessing that's why she was so happy. You can see in her expression, she was like she has suddenly brightened up. Because it's always nice to get like a something in return for you. If you do something, obviously everyone appreciates it. The fact that you're acknowledging her, and also the fact that Lawrence gave her money means that he acknowledges her skills as a shepherd. Otherwise, why would someone pay you money? If you pay someone money after they give you something which they excel in, isn't it? So him giving her money is also like, it's not about the money. I feel like it's more about the fact that like giving money means like you acknowledge the other person's worth, something like that. I don't know, that's just what I think. And that's why she was so happy. Okay, and then she's like, oh, like, why are you going here? Because obviously it's an obvious question. It's like people know that there's like wolves over here, so the other way is way better. But we cannot go there because there's like, like problem over there, like Hollow is with us. So that's why we're here. But Lawrence is like, yeah, like, it's just we're pressed for time, that's why we are here. Anyways, and after that, she's like, okay, wait a minute. Yeah, so she's like, can I go with you guys, like, up until Ruinhagen, and I can guard you guys and make the like, wolves go away. At which Lawrence is like, but I don't have any sheep, this and that. But she's like, no, like, I can help you guys out with the wolves, So Lawrence was thinking, and then Lawrence obviously comes to Hollow and asks her. Hollow's like, Lawrence is like, how are her skills as a shepherd? You were listening, weren't you? And she's like, you have me, don't you? Anyways, and all that stuff. And Lawrence was like, oh, like, it's definitely not because I'm swayed by her beauty or anything, but no, I'm just doing this from a business perspective. She's a shepherd. I haven't had much contact with any type of shepherd before. So it's a good opportunity to have like a connection with her. Because that's literally what merchants are. They make connections with people. And these connections help out here and there. So yeah, it's very important. That's why Lawrence is like, that's why I want to, like, her to go with us so that we can, like, be connected to her. And it's more like an investment, and broadening her horizons. So he's like, what do you think about her skills? At which Hollow's not really happy about it. But either way, in the end, Hollow's like, fine, I'll tell you. She has excellent dog handling skills. Troublesome shepherds have clever dogs and work with them as one. Here we go. So young, I fear how much she will grow in the future. Perhaps I should nip the bud. And like, anyways, so that whole thing, like I said, the fact that she's so, like, like cautious about it, I'm genuinely curious. What, in a situation where wolves come, what can a shepherd do? She has only one dog. I cannot really imagine, like, if like multiple wolves come in, like 5 or 10 wolves, what can she and one dog do? I'm genuinely curious. Like, and the fact that Hollow's so cautious makes me think that she probably can do something. But the fact that what can she do? That's what I'm thinking. Like, that's why I'm just like intrigued to see like what happens in that type of situation. Like the fact that Hollow is cautious speaks for shepherd's skills, how the shepherds are strong. That's what I want to see. I'm sure we'll get to see in the future. Let's wait. Anyways, Lawrence is like, then let's hire her. Like it'll be a little bit of problem for you for 2 days, but can you please bear with it? And Lawrence says, I just want to see if a shepherd can really guard against, sheep. You can handle 2 days, right? And Hollow's not happy. Hollow's like, but that's not the main problem. If you carelessly travel with others, will not the risk of being discovered increase? And then Hollow's like, oh wait, I understand what you're trying to do. You want me to tell that, oh, I just want both of us to travel alone together. Is that what you want me to say? Lawrence blushes here. And Hollow's like what? Hollow's like, God damn it, whatever, you do what you want. Okay, so yeah, after that, Lawrence goes and asks her that, okay, sure, fine, you can come with us. He does the, tells her how much he'll pay her, this and that. And, yeah. So on the way, they have a few conversations. The first conversation is how, she got into this profession. So number one, she found the dog, Ernst, I think that was the name. Enoch, sorry, no, not Ernst. What am I saying? Enoch. And Enoch is the reason I became a shepherd. Um, until then, she lived in a shelter for the poor. But I've always wanted to have a job of my own. Okay, one thing she says is very interesting. She says like when she found Enoch, it was the bandits, mountain bandits or mercenaries. It wasn't the wolves that injured Enoch. But the interesting thing is, she says he had his staff in the mouth. He has the staff in his mouth and was cowering under a small cliff on a hill. Wait, what does this mean? Does this mean that Enoch was probably another shepherd's dog, and maybe something happened to his owner, and something happened to them, and like he got the staff and ran away, and that's why he was cowering? It can be. You know what? I feel like it must be the bandits. Yeah, because they said like it was the band. She said that it was the bandits who injured him. So I'm guessing maybe like his previous owner was also a shepherd, and that was his staff or her staff, and the bandits probably attacked and did something to that person, and Enoch was able to run away with the staff or something like that. I don't know, and that's why he was cowering underneath a cliff, and that's when Nora found him. Again, these are all speculations. That's the only thing I can think of in a situation like this. But yeah, the fact that he had the staff indicates probably that his previous owner was also a shepherd or something like that. Okay, so she also says, I just wanted someone to talk to. It's usually very alone, moving alone. Yeah, she also talks about how other places has like territories, like like for other shepherds, you cannot do anything in that. That's why this is the only place that is left for her. There's a lot of wolves, so no, yeah, that kind of thing. And Lawrence, the first time when Lawrence says that, oh, wolves are very troublesome, yeah, I'm pretty sure he didn't realize like what he said there, because we have to remember that Lawrence doesn't really like wolves. He has like a trauma for them. So it probably came from the bottom of his heart. He was like, yeah, wolves are very troublesome. But he forgot the fact, or didn't realize the fact, that Hollow's literally a wolf sitting next to him, and she will get pissed at that comment. And she does, obviously, she does get pissed at that comment. And it just pinches him. And the next, time, what he says after that is in a little playful manner. He was like, on top of that, they're cunning and underhanded. Okay, anyways, so all that stuff happens, and then after that, they're like, alright, let's have a little rest. So it's like in the evening time, and she's like, I need to go to rest for now, because later on I need to be awake for my sheep, so I'm going to take a rest now. And there you go. So, okay, now before she goes to rest, Lawrence has a few conversations with her. First conversation, he says like, you're skilled enough to handle a lot of more sheep. Why don't you do that? At which we see that she's like, oh, I'm not really comfortable with many sheep. Maybe I won't be able to do it. And at which Lawrence says, your employer probably lacks a discerning eye. Why don't you change your employer? At which she was surprised, and Lawrence immediately is like, oh, I'm sorry, like I'm a merchant. I always look at things from profit and loss perspective. So if you have like an emotional connection to employer, I'm sorry I said that. There's no real reason. If you don't want to, you shouldn't change your employer. But as a merchant, I was just calculating based on the loss and profit. At which she says that, is it common to change employers? Now, like I said, the fact that she asked this question back to Lawrence makes me think that there is a part of her that probably wants to change employers, and her employer being the church, or maybe she's like thinking about like better opportunities. At which Lawrence is like, oh, you're employed by the church, aren't you? And Lawrence says that, okay, then there's probably no need for you to change employers, because like, as long as people will be there, God will be there, and as long as God is there, church will be there. So the church will stay forever, and it'll give you like it's like a constant, like a very like secure, like a profession. Like, yeah, they probably will give you lesser amount of money and stuff, but you're secured, job is secure for the future. Like basically, like like a stable and secure organization giving you a job versus a different employer, but they might suddenly fire you or something, or they might not be there forever. That kind of thing. Yeah, the money and the opportunity might be higher in that case, but this is more of a stable job. Basically, that kind of thing. So like he's like, yeah. So you can stay in the church. It's a better thing. Yeah, and Lawrence also says like I'll tell everyone my merchant friends about you, like this and that. I'll spread your name. Don't worry about it. Okay, so all that stuff. She goes to sleep after that, and Hollow's pouting. She's not happy. She's sulking, and she's like, God damn it! Like to groom my tail, I have to like like do it in a secret now. And she's like grumbling and everything. Okay, so Lawrence comes in and tells her, like her name. Oh no, wait, this part was a bit funny because this part was hilarious because Hollow knew what she was doing. So basically, Lawrence comes in and Lawrence is like, oh, it looks like a difficult job. Hollow obviously understood what he's trying to say. He understood that Lawrence is talking about Nora, but sulkingly, she's like, yeah, tail maintenance is very important, it's very difficult. You know. But she knew what he was trying to say. Lawrence, and then she's like, oh, you're talking about that young girl, like it's like in a sarcastic way. Lawrence is like, yeah, her name is Nora, which pisses her off even more. She jumps and what is that like a jerky or something? I'm not really sure. I think so, isn't it? The thing that both of them eats now and then. I'm guessing. Like he was eating it and Hollow just grabs it and just is like scowling at him. Oh god. Okay, anyway, so she's like, oh, you two were having a nice chat, this and that. Okay, okay, this part. Um, well, she wanted to talk to someone. There wasn't a reason to refuse her, was it? And I hadn't spoken to a normal girl in a while. And Hollow says you did not even notice that she disliked speaking with you. Oh, okay, I completely missed this part. I didn't, while reacting, I didn't read this. Lawrence is like, huh? And she smiles and she's like, chuckling. Lawrence says that's fine too. Um, if I was loved at first sight, I miss the pleasure of experiencing someone's affection for me grow. You know what? As Hollow says later on, or as Lawrence says, this was actually a very good line. I'll be honest, because this has like a very like a whole double meaning to it. First of all, obviously, it seems like Lawrence is talking about Nora, but Hollow knows he's actually talking about her. You know, like her, Hollow. And that's why I said it's like a double meaning, and actually a very clever line that he used. Like if Hollow was like, what the hell is this guy even saying? And then the thing drops from her mouth. And Lawrence is like, I'm a pretty smooth talker, am I not? Oh boy, and at which Hollow starts laughing. And she's like, God damn it, like your goofy ass like line made me forget about everything. You have quite a surprising trump card. And he's like, oh, you're happy now. That's like your bad mood is gone. And yeah, you were in a bad mood because you couldn't groom your tail. And she's like, yeah, I completely forgot about that. Whatever. And then I hear she's like, oh, like some raw sheep would be nice in a while, once in a while. And Lawrence is like, you shouldn't really joke about that because there's literally like Nora's sheep over there. So he's like, yeah, like that was a weird joke you made over there. You know. Either way, all that aside, next day they're on their way. They reach Ruinhagen and they say goodbye to each other. Lawrence gives her a little bit of money, and she's like, "Oh, that's a bit more than you said, wasn't it?" And Lawrence is like, "Oh no, like it's fine. Like no, it's like an investment. I might gain some surprising money making opportunities while trading wool." And yeah, Nora didn't really like that from her expressions. You can see that, because at first it seemed like she was like, yeah, she was like a bit happy, but then when he said that, like, oh, it's an investment, she kind of, I don't know, that's what I felt like at least. She just, like kind of, yeah, okay. Later, Lawrence asks her that, oh, where do you go? Where's like your area? And she says like, oh, I can go as far as Kasrata, Poroson, and Lamtra. Okay, Lamtra. So at which Lawrence is like, well, damn, Lamtra, that's like a very dangerous place. And he's like, if you go there, you can actually make quite a bit of money over there, because a lot of people go there and everything. Okay, so all that stuff aside, they say goodbye to each other, and they move on their own way. She's like waves away, and there you go. And later on, Hollow's like, I'm actually excited for the food that you said you're going to treat me back in Rubenhagen. Lawrence is like, damn, you remembered it. Okay, so they go in. Now here a very weird thing happens. When they're in front and like giving like the permit to the guards, the guards are like, Pororong? Like Latoperon. Yeah, there you go. Latoperon, that's the trading company. Yeah, I was correct. So Poroson, sorry, not Pororon. So the weird thing here is like the guards were like weirdly like looking at him. So they're like, yeah, it does look like from there, okay. And they're like, okay, you can go pass. And then there's the other guy who was like, oh, how will you pay the task? Will it be money or will it be goods? And Lawrence said like, yeah, I'll do it with goods, like one armor. And he's like, oh, okay, go over there. In a very grumpy way. I'm like, what is happening? Why are they acting like this? And later I get to know the reason. Hollow says this, isn't it? Hollow says that merchants are, wherever there are, they seem to dislike the idea of a mere traveling merchant earning a huge amount of money. And that's why they were acting like that. So I understood back then. So it's basically like, they were probably like, god damn it, like, like people like these, yeah, like basically jealousy, envy, for that kind of thing. And that's why they're acting like that, I think. Or, as we saw in the end, something is going on. That dude comes in from Poroson and he's like, oh, like, like, have you seen Lawrence? Maybe that's connected with this. I'm not really sure, but something like that. Anyway, so they here Hollow has a little bit of a beer. Hollow and Lawrence have beer and a little bit of food, and she's like enjoying it, And Lawrence also says it's a very lively town, so you be careful. Don't let your ears come out or like tails come out or whatever. Either way, they're moving, and Lawrence is like, I need to go to the Merchants Association or something like that. He called it, and and while all of that was happening, we see Nora. Okay, this part, like I said, Nora with her sheep goes inside I think that was the church, and then there was this priest who was just looking at her. So something's going up over there as well. Either way, Lawrence and Hollow are moving, and he talks about the Merchant Association, how it's a place where he's affiliated with. This is obviously a branch, but it's more like home to him. So he's like, oh, this is a home outside home kind of thing for me, or for all merchants. So and then he's like, okay, you should stay here. And Hall's like, what? I thought you were going to take me inside and tell everyone about me. At which he's like, oh, then we have to get married for that. And my homeless wedding celebration is pretty rough. Still want to enter? And Hollow's just, like standing there. And Lawrence is like, yeah, just stay there and I'll buy some sweet bread for you later. And she's like, I'm not a kid. He's like, you don't want some? And she's like, no, I want some. Anyways, they go in. He goes in and he talks to this guy. This guy, his name is, what was his name? Where's that part? Where's his name? Right, I cannot find his name. Anyways, at first, like in the way he talked to Lawrence, I was like, okay, he definitely knows Lawrence. Otherwise, he wouldn't talk to him like this. He doesn't seem like a nasty person. So the fact that he's talking like this to Lawrence makes me think that they already know each other and this is just banter. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. He was like, oh, come, you've come back, my son, and like, and he's like, yeah, every single person merchant here is my son and daughter. So Okay, I need to find his name. Where's it? Jacob Tarantino or Jacob Tarantino. Okay, and he's like, "Oh, welcome, you've come to Rinhagen after so long." And then we have this scene here. This guy comes into this trading place, like a Remerio Trading, and he's like, "Has Lawrence, a person called Lawrence, come here?" Yeah, did a merchant named Lawrence visit here? And he's like, "No, there's nobody here." Okay, there's some news from Lataparon Trading in Porson from it. Now, this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the fact that we actually got this armor from that dude, obviously he wasn't happy about that. Will that be a problem here? I don't know. I feel like they'll be targeting him or something. I'm not really sure because But like I said, it's their fault. They tried to scam us, so we scammed them back. Like, what's the problem in it? And we all know, like as Lawrence says, like they're merchants. They are supposed to be like this. Like if you don't want to get scammed yourself, don't try to scam others. If people find that you're trying to do something bad, they'll revert it back to you and they'll reverse blackmail you something. That's literally what we did over there. So I don't, is this just going to be like some kind of a grudge or something they have? That's why they'll try to mess with Lawrence here. Who knows? But yeah, it's let's see how this goes. Right. And yeah, that was today's episode. So this was episode number 8 of Spice and Wolf. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Spice and Wolf. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.